Sports Network presents Boyd County Lions Volleyball live on Kool TV. Now let's go to the Boyd County High School for pregame coverage of Boyd County Volleyball live on Kool TV.
And a pleasant good evening to you here, live from Cannonsburg, Kentucky, here at Boyd County High School and the gymnasium here, and a beautiful facility that they have here in Cannonsburg. And we got the Lady Devils from Russell going to be taking on the Boyd County Lady Lions. This is going to be the 52nd meeting between these two teams. Russell leads the series right now 33-18, but Boyd County has won the last 8 of the 10 meetings that they've had between them. And so we're set for a great matchup here today, just outside of Ashland, Kentucky. Jeff Irwin coming at you live here, doing your play-by-play and stats and a little bit of everything else here today. Of course, a lot of action up here at Boyd County High School as we've got boys soccer going underway right now down at the football field. It looks like it's a tied score with about 10:40 left to play there in the first half. So great game going on there between Boyd County and Ironton. But we are here for volleyball, and this is going to be a great matchup here between these two teams. They've got a history past. As we said, this is going to be the 52nd meeting between these two teams, and we are looking for some fireworks here tonight. We're going to go ahead and step out for our first break here, and then when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about some stats and what these teams have done so far this season. You are watching Boyd County Lady Lions Volleyball here on the Kool TV Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Soom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
And welcome back here to Boyd County High School as we have got the Lady Devils from Russell taking on the Boyd County Lady Lions. And, of course, if you look at these two teams, it's kind of hard to compare each other with them because we're still kind of early on in the season. Season ending up about the middle of October with the state tournament kind of happening right there at the end of October, 1st of November. But the reason that we say that these are two different kind of teams that we're looking at here, the Red Devils or the Lady Devils there of Russell is 11-5 here on the season. So they've already played 16 games throughout this early season, while Boyd County is 3-1 here on the season. Of course, one of the main real reasons for that is Russell has been participating in a couple different tournaments. They participated in the Seeds for Success volleyball tournament. Had several games with that, and then they also had 4 more games there at the Ashland Invitational Tournament here in Ashland, Kentucky, down at Paul Blazer. And so taking a look at these two teams, we'll start off here first for the Lady Devils. As we said, they're 11-5 on the season, 6-1 within the region. Of course, last year the Lady Devils was 16-17 on the year. They were 12-16 in the region, and they were 6-2 in their district. They were the 63rd district runners-up, fell to the Raceland Lady Rams. And then, of course, they ended up falling in the second round of the region to the Kittens there of Ashland. So far this season, they've had some great wins across some quality teams. They picked up wins over Great Crossing, Corbin, Bourbon County. Of course, picked up a victory there against East Carter, Raceland, Johnson Central, Raceland again at the AIT, Sierre, Greenup County, Lewis County, and most recently last night at West Carter, winning in straight sets there against the Lady Comets. Of course, they have failed so far to Scott County twice, and they have lost to Henry Clay twice. So 4 of their losses so far on this season has come from 2 different teams within those invitational tournaments. And then, of course, the only other loss came at the hands of the Ashland Kittens. And, of course, if you take a look so far on who to kind of watch out for there this evening, the number 7, J.C. Hall, has got to be on your radar here today, as she has already picked up a whopping 121 kills here on the season. Of course, not to be outdone too much is Sydney Sizemore, number 14, with 115 kills on the season. And then Kennedy Darnell rounding out your top 3 with 92 kills. And she's going to be wearing number 8 here tonight. So 2 seniors and a junior as the leading kill getters there for Russell. Of course, taking a look in on the blocking category, J.C. Hall claims that one as well with 21 total blocks, 6 solo, and 15 assists. Then, of course, if you look at your liberos, or who's going to be passing the ball off here tonight to pick up the assist, that's going to be in the Sizemores. You got Brooklyn Sizemore wearing number 12, has 180 assists here on the season. Sydney Sizemore, not right behind her too far, wearing number 14 here tonight. It's going to be with 133 assists as well. Of course, your leading servers, the ones you have to watch out for, is going to be number 14, Sydney Sizemore, with 21 aces on the season, followed by Naya Vordaran, wearing number 18 with 17 aces, and then, of course, J.C. Hall with 16 aces on the season. And so Russell, like I said, they've had a lot of practice throughout this early part of the season. But let's take a look and flip at the other side of the coin now, and let's go ahead and look here at the Boyd County Lady Lions. As we mentioned, they are 3-1 on this early part of the season, which started back in August. Of course, it was about the latter part of August when the season got rolling on there. Their only loss of the year so far has come on Game 1 when they traveled to Cabell Midland. And they fell to Cabell Midland at Ona, West Virginia, in straight sets 3-0, but they have not lost a set since then, defeating Fairview at Fairview 3-0. They defeated East Carter, a game that was seen here on Kool TV, the Total Media Sports Network, 3-0, 25-16, 25-13, and 25-8. And then their most recent victory came on the 4th as they traveled to Raceland, and they defeated the Lady Rams there in straight sets 3-0. And so that's a great season there for Boyd County coming up here. They are 3-0 within the region, 3-1 overall. Of course, last season ended up 18-19 on the year. In their region record, they were 11-8, and in the district, they were 5-2. Of course, they were the 64th district runners-up. They fell to the Ashland Kittens, and then they lost in the first round of the region to the Raceland Lady Rams. And so Boyd County, as we said, early on in their season here, but players to watch out for here this evening. Of course, you got number 12, Peyton Jones, 36 kills here across the 4 games, averaging out about 3 kills there, I believe, per set. And then, of course, you have Adria Queen with 29 kills. Lila Thornberry, number 22, with 24 kills, and Hallie Barnett, number 14, with 20 kills. And then you have Natalie Ruggles, number 4, with 14 kills. Sophia Clark with 14 kills as well, and she'll be wearing number 7. So this is going to be a heavily upperclassmen group that we have here for the Lady Lions. Several seniors on the squad. If you look overall across the roster, they are just loaded with seniors. It takes a look here, just kind of briefly counting these up here. 10 seniors on the squad here for Boyd County, and so you're looking at a lot of seniority and you're looking at a lot of experience coming out there for the Lady Lions. Taking a look at blocks for the Lady Lions, they've picked up 16 total here on the season. Your leading blocker is going to be Queen, wearing number 18 with 5 blocks. 3 solo, 2 assisted blocks. And then you have Hallie Barnett and Sophia Clark, both with 3. Natalie Ruggles with 2. And then you have Lila Thornberry, Audrey Ratliff, and Molly Robbins, all with 1 block each on there as well. Of course, your libero, excuse me, not the libero, but the setter, usually is going to be passed off between a couple different duties, and they have 57 assists each, and that's going to be Casey Porter wearing number 8, and then you have Laura Chafin on there as well with 57 assists, and she's going to be wearing number 17. Of course, your leading server there for the Lady Lions is going to be Bailey Moore wearing number 23. She's got 9 service aces here on the season, and then you have 3 other Lady Lions with 7 service aces, and Casey Porter, Peyton Jones, and Adria Queen, all with 7, and then you have Lila Thornberry there with 6, Laura Chafin and Josie Crank with 3, and then you have Audrey Ratliff and Molly Robbins both with 1. And so, like I said, these are 2 quality teams that we've got here in Catlettsburg here today, as we see our net cam shot there, and I'm glad to be able to bring that to you here today. And you see across the court there's going to be your officials here this evening, signed by the Northeastern Kentucky Volleyball Officials Association. You have Mark Brown and the coach, Charlie Baker. And, of course, taking a look, Paul Lewis is in attendance here tonight, so doing a little bit of evaluation here early on here in this season. So we've got a couple minutes left here before the opening serve and the introduction of players. So we're going to go ahead and step out and take our second break. And then when we return, we're going to have the opening serves here from Catlettsburg, Kentucky. It's the Lady Lions and the Lady Devils here on the Total Media Sports Network and Kool TV.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships. And that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank. for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Cannonsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Borders Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Soom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
Welcome back here to the Kool TV Total Media Sports Network, as we've got the Lady Devils and the Lady Lions set to do battle here in Cannonsburg, Kentucky. As we're getting the introduction of the teams here with the Russell Lady Devils. Of course, looks like both teams has a couple players that's going to be out here this evening. Looks like Russell has a player there within an arm slinging. Of course, another one out of uniform here today. And then, of course, for Boyd County, you got a couple in street clothes there today. One with a knee brace there. It looks like Reagan Queen will not be playing here today, the sophomore, as she's got the knee brace on, and so we will not be seeing her in action here today. As we see Sophia Clark there, Casey Porter, 11 Brooklyn Rutledge, Peyton Jones, Allie Barnett, Laura Chafin, Adria Queen, Josie Crank, Lila Thornberry, Bailey Moore, and of course the head coach there of the Lady Lions is Jamie Clark within his 3rd season. And for the Russell Lady Devils, it's going to be at the helm Casey Mullins in her 5th season. As teams shaking hands and getting ready to do battle here in Cannonsburg here today. course, I've been saying Catlettsburg. It's Cannonsburg, excuse me. Those two always seems like they get a little bit kind of mixed up in my mind, but it is Cannonsburg. I do apologize for that, but they're doing battle here in Cannonsburg, Kentucky here today at Boyd County High School as we're set to go underway here on the ladder tonight. Your R1 is going to be Mark Brown. Your R2 down on the field for the officials is going to be Charlie Baker. Russell did serve first in the warm-up, so they appear that they're going to be serving here first. Of course, stepping off the court, there's going to be Kaylee Wilson. The libero is going to be Brooklyn Holly. That's the one with the different jersey there for the Red Devils. Serving first is going to be Sydney Sizemore. And then we'll get to the rest of them out here as well as Naya Vordran, number 18, number 7, Jace Hall. Number 8, Kennedy Darnell, and number 12, Brooklyn Sizemore. And we are underway as that's going to be dug out there by the back row. Nice shot there by Boyd County. Dug out. Going to take it to your near side. Gets that over top the block. Opportunity here for Boyd County. That's going to be blocked there. But good recovery there by Boyd County. And Russell's going to strike first blood here in the first set as they lead this one now 1-0. So good series to start things off here in Cannonsburg, Kentucky. Outside attack there. That was Jones. Dug out there by Russell. They're going to go Jones on the outside again. Gets that just over top the block there. And she's going to end up getting her first kill here of the evening for Peyton Jones. And so that is going to put Boyd County on the board as they lead here. Or excuse me, they tie up the game here at 1 apiece. Middle attack, and that's going to be in there. And a nice shot there for number 7, J.C. Hall. Going to be her first kill here of the evening as Russell regains the serve and has the lead here now back at 2-1. Number 18. Nina Vordran back to serve once again, puts us in the back row. The libero there, number 23, Moore, gets that, and that's going to be a kill there, or excuse me, a block by J.C. Hall. As Russell puts some back-to-back points here and leads this one 3-1. Of course, keep in mind, volleyball is played best 3 out of 5 sets. The first 4 sets are to 25 points, and you must win by 2. And if we do go to a 5th and deciding set, then that is going to be to 15. As that's going to sail out of bounds. And so Russell putting together a little bit of a rally here, picking up 3 straight points. Give them a 3-point lead here at 4-1. Vordran back to serve. Moore picks that up. Chafin gets it there, and that's going to be, let's say that did not clear the net, so that's going to be 4 contacts there by Boyd County. So on the attacking error, Russell is going to pick up their 5th point here and lead set number 1, 5-1. Valdran on the serve again. Chafin puts it on the outside. That's going to go off the block. Free ball here by Russell. They're going to go back outside again, and that's going to be in there and down for the kill. And I believe that was Barnett, if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look at that again here on the instant replay. Yeah, gets it on the outside, and you can see just drills it right down in between the defense there. Outside attack here off the block, and that's going to be down, and that's going to be another kill there for J.C. Hall. 6-2 now here, your score early on in set number 1. Hall's going to be back to serve here for the Red Devils. Chafins gets that one back set. And that attack goes long there by Barnett. And Russell controlling here in set number 1, leading here 7-2. Hall on the serve. Chafins gets that toward the outside. It's going to be dug out there by Hall. Free ball opportunity here for the Lady Lions. Gets this to the outside. Back set goes cross court. That's going to be off the hands of Hall and down. So that's going to be a kill here on the near side. And that's going to be number 7, Clark, with her first kill here of the evening. And it's going to be the libero now, number 23, Bailey Moore, back to serve. Outside attack here, gets that off the block. Off the block, Moore gets that. And then another good dig there by Russell. Battle at the net, and that one's going to be won there by Clark. That's going to be her second kill here. And now Boyd County starting in on the rally themselves, cutting the lead down here to 3 at 4-7. Moore on the serve. Dug out there by Artis. Moore, nice diving stop, but could not get that one back in play. So that's going to give the ball back there to Russell as they regain the 4-point lead here at 8-4. Sizemore now back to serve here for the Lady Devils as that one gets right over to her. Going outside here to Sydney Sizemore, and that's going to be an attacking error against the Lady Devils, and that's going to give Boyd County there the point. Substitution coming in here for Boyd County is Natalie Ruggles, a senior, checking into the ball game here, as well as number 8, Casey Porter. It's Casey Porter back to serve here for the Lady Lions. A little bit of some passing issues, and Porter's going to sit that one up, and that's going to be in there for another kill there. This time that's going to be 24 there at Boyd County. Eight back to serve here once again. That's Casey Porter. And that one's going to be they're going to say that was a touch. Take a look at this, and they're going to overrule that one. The line judge said that it was a touch. So that point is going to go to Boyd County. We would take a look at that on the instant replay, but they're back playing here once again as that one's going to be in there and down. I believe that's going to be for Robbins and Boyd County. It's on the air there. Going to give Russell back the serve, 9-7. That one's going to be blocked there by Darnell. And this time they're going to say touch once again, and this one is going to go to Boyd County. So Boyd County gets it back within 1 at 9-8. Russell's still leading here. Robbins back to serve here. Goes over top the block. Pushes that one over. Dug out there by Russell. Going to the outside. It's going to go off the block once again. Back set here. That one's going to go off the block, and down for the kill is Natalie Ruggles. And we are tied up here at 9 apiece. Robbins back to serve here once again. Middle attack this time there by Darnell. That one rolls off the tape a little bit and is going to be punched out. And Boyd County going to pick up their first lead here of the match at 10-9. As we said, looking for some fireworks here tonight in Cannonsburg. Serve once again. That's going to be dug out by the back row. Middle attack, but that's going to be an attacking error there on Darnell. As Boyd County puts together a few-point rally here and takes a 2-point lead here at 11-8. One outside on this one, and of course attacking error there by Boyd County is going to give the point back to Russell, so it's a 1-point lead there by the Lady Lions at 11-10. All checks back into the ball game here, replaces out Artis. And we're going to get a stoppage of play here. As the R2 needs to verify something there down at the scores table. Of course, we've seen the serve that will not count because they were not beckoned to serve. Coach Baker says he's ready. Mark Brown gives the signal for the serve, and so it's going to be Russell now here with Darnell. On the attack and down there. And that is going to be Jones once again with her second kill here of the day. Gets Boyd County back up on top here by 2 at 12-10. Middle attack this time. That's going to be dug out there. Just kind of punched over there by Boyd County. Pushed over. Free ball opportunity here for the Lady Lions. Going outside on the attack. Dug out there by the libero. And we're going to get a whistle here and a net violation against Boyd County. So that's going to give Russell the point. Cuts it back down to a 1-point lead there by the Lady Lions at 12-11. Sydney Sizemore on the serve this time here for the Red Devils. This time going outside for Boyd County. Sets this one up here on the near side, getting to Brooklyn Sizemore. That one's going to be dug out there by Crank. Deep attack, and that's going to sail just long there for the Lady Lions, and we're tied up back here at 12 apiece. Sydney Sizemore once again. And looks like we're going to get a ball handling call against Boyd County, and so that's going to put the lead back for Russell here at 13-12. Punched over. Pops this one up. They're trying to get this one over top of defense, and that's going to be down there by Ruggles. And we'll see that again here on the instant replay as Ruggles just gets this one hit into the back row and down. So Laura Chafin now back to serve here for Boyd County as we are tied up here at 13. That one goes off the net, and that is going to be down for another kill there by Jones. Gives Boyd County back the lead here, 14-13. Middle attack here by Russell. Dug out there by Boyd County. Goes back out off the block. Recovered there by the Lady Lions. This one's going to be pushed over. Dumped over by the setter. And dumped over once again. Good rally here by both teams. Free ball over by Sizemore. Boyd County puts this on the middle attack. Goes off the block and down for the kill by number 14, Barnett. As we'll see that again here on the instant replay. The Ison's Card and Collectible instant replay. As it's now 15-13 your score. That one's going to go off the block there by Russell. And they're going to get the ball back and cut it back down to a 1-point lead. As it's going to be Vordran, sophomore here for the Lady Devils, back to serve. Back set going deep attack. That's going to be dug out, but that one's going to sail over top the back of the Russell bench, and so that's going to be a point, and Boyd County regains the lead, the 2-point lead here at 16-14. Peyton Jones back to serve here for Boyd County. Dug out by the back middle. Sets up. Back row attack there by Russell. Going for the block once again, and that's going to be in there for the kill there by J.C. Hall. It's going to be her third here on the night. As you can take a look at that here, or well, you would be taking a look at that on the instant replay, but fortunately the replay did not fire on that one, so we'll get that one on the next go around. Boyd County comes together here for just a second. J.C. Hall back to serve here for the Red Devils. We're going to get it back over to Robbins, and that one's going to sail deep. And so we've got a tied ball game here once again, 16-all. Russell led this one early. Boyd County's battled up and has had a couple-point lead, but they've been trading shots here lately. So they pushed over there by Sizemore. Going to the outside, I believe, to Robbins. That's off the block. And they're going to get a ball handling call. They're going to say prolonged contact on the hit, and that's going to give Russell their 17th point and the lead. Dug out there by the libero, back set. Going cross court this time. Dug out there by Russell. And on the attack in the air, things are tied back up here once again at 17 apiece. Substitution coming in here for the Lady Devils as Abigail Artress is going to be coming in here for Hall. Near side attack goes line on that one. Close to the net, dangerous, and that one is going to be out. Boyd County was wanting the touch. Not going to get it. And it is back to an 18-17 Russell lead. Free ball opportunity here, but they're trying to go in on the attack as Artist trying to get that one a little bit more powered over and not try to get the free ball, but ends up on the attacking air. So a couple substitutions there for the Lady Lions as it's going to be Casey Porter, number 8, back to serve here once again for the Lady Lions. Goes cross court. That one's going to be dug out there by Robbins. Cross court once again, and that's going to go off the hands, and that's going to be a kill there by Ruggles. On the Isons Card and Collectibles instant replay. Boyd County leads here 19-18. And on the attacking air once again, Boyd County first one to 20 points. Remember, these games are set to 25. You do have to have a 2-point lead. And we're going to get a timeout taken here by Russell. Trying to slow things down because that 20-point area that you're looking at there, that's usually one of those mental kind of set points or stand points or kind of a checkpoint that you take a look at. That first to 20 is usually a race that you try to win. You're 5 points away there from victory. But, like I said, both these teams have been going at it head-to-head. They've been trading shots here lately. The largest lead has been 4 points by either team. And, of course, coming back here, Russell's going to try to figure out how to stop this Boyd County barrage from that front line because they have been drilling them here this afternoon. Boyd County goes ahead, finishing up the full timeout. Russell, who took the timeout, already back on the court. Ready to play there, just needed a little bit of a reset. And it's going to be the quarterback again here, serving here for Boyd County. Of course, each team gets 2 timeouts here each set. This one near side attack goes off the block and down. So that's going to be 21 points there for Boyd County, as that's going to be Ruggles. And number 24 there on the joint block. Near side attack, gets the push over, and that's going to sail out of bounds. So Boyd County 3 points away here from becoming a set 1 victor, with their largest lead here of the set at 4, 22-18. Dug out there by Boyd County. It's going to be hit over on 2 there by Ruggles. Goes off the block, and that's going to be dug out there by Moore. Free ball here for the Russell Lady Devils. Puts it for a middle attack. And that's going to be dug out there by Porter. Back set, kind of got her a little bit off balance. Couldn't go for the strong attack. Porter, middle attack. Little finger touch on the pass. They're going to go deep on this one. Dug out there by Moore. One front row attack right there, and that's going to go off the tape. Boyd County going to try this one again with Ruggles. Dug out there by Russell, going cross court again, and this one's going to be down there for Sizemore. Sydney Sizemore with her unofficial first kill here of the evening. As we'll take a look at that here on the Ison's Carton Collectibles instant replay, as we see that one just going down. A little bit of a miss hit there, but good recovery there by Boyd County. 22-19, and that's going to be in there. On the attacking air for Russell. And Boyd County is now 2 points away, still tying up their largest lead of the set here at 23-19. Thank you very much for tuning in here today. If you see something that you like, give us a thumbs up on there. And if you never want to miss a great moment here of Kool TV and Total Sports Media network coverage, hit that little bell to subscribe for us there as well. And that's going to go off the block and down for the kill there. And it is now set point here for Boyd County, as we see that on the Ison's card and the collectible instant replay. They're back playing again here. Moore dug that one out. Free ball here. Free ball once again. Opportunity here for the Lady Lions to close things out. That's going to be off the tack. Hits that one up in the air. Cross-court attack goes off the block. Back on the outside again, going deep this time, but recovered there by Russell. Good rally by both teams. Physical. That one's going to be in there for the kill there by Ruggles, as we can see that again here on the Ison's cards and the collectibles instant replay, as that was some kind of rally there off the block and down, and that is going to finish off set number 1 as Boyd County takes the victory here, 25-19 in a well-contested battle here in Cannonsburg, Kentucky, here at Boyd County High School. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come back, and when we come back, it's going to be set number 2. Boyd County leads 1-0 here on the Kool TV Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
And welcome back here to the Total Media Kool TV Sports Network as we are set here for set number 2. As still trying to get a lock in on number 24 there. That may be possibly Queen in a different jersey here tonight, because I was looking down the line and did not see an 18 on the roster. Could have been one of the players sitting out, but also could be her as well. So we're going to try to see if we can get that nailed down here. As Boyd County had first serve, and that's going to be off the air, service error. That's going to give Russell the first point there, and it is 1-0. Russell leads here in set number 2, and this race best 3 out of 5. There's a little mental error there by the Red Devils. Ties things up here at 1 apiece here with Russell and Boyd County. So Jones back to serve here. Had a pretty good first set. Unofficially 4 kills here. And that one's going to be on the attacking air. Boyd County picks up back-to-back points and is starting to take the lead here in set number 2 at 2-1. Jones once again, back row. That's going to be dug out there by Holly. Cross court, and we're going to get a whistle here, and that's going to be a net violation against Russell. So some of these mental errors starting to pile up here for the Red Devils, because the Red Devils was in the driver's seat throughout most of set number 1. Boyd County came back and then took over in the latter part of set 1 to get things going on. That's going to be off the block there, Boyd County. Cross-court attack, dug out there by Wills of Russell. Off the block once again. Going to go, I believe it's to Robbins on the outside. I said a couple different jersey numbers. I do apologize if I get the names incorrect on there. Number 1 on the outside, and that's going to be down for the kill. As Boyd County's put together 4 straight points here. This one 4-1. Punched over, but off the block back. And that one's going to be down there for the kill there by number 7 there of Russell. So Hall picks up her 4th kill here as Russell cuts the lead cuts the lead down to 2 at 4-2. Nice shot there by Boyd County. Going to go inside there, and that's going to be off the block there of Hall, her 2nd here of the evening, as Russell tried to get a few things down, but that goes down on her own side. So Boyd County picks up the point there. It's 5-2. And that's going to be an ace there by Moore. First ace here of the evening by Boyd County as they stretch that lead out back out to 4 at 6-2. Outside attack goes over top the block and down once again there. So you'll see that here on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. As Hall once again. It's that to be a free ball situation here. Battle at the net. Going off the attack and down and out of bounds, and that's going to be Point Russell. 6-4 your score. It's going to be Hall on the serve here for the Red Devils. It's going to sell out of bounds once again on the attacking air, and Russell starting to chip away at the lead off of the Boyd County errors. Free ball here for Russell. Goes over top the block. And that's going to sell to the out of bounds, but not before being touched there by the Red Devils. And so Boyd County picks up the point off the keel there. And it looks like it's going to be Porter back to serve here for Boyd County. Casey Porter here serving for the Lady Lions. It's going to go off the block and down there as they're going to credit that one with Darnell. Cuts the lead down here to 1. As Russell will have the serve here at 7-6. Boyd County still leading. Sizemore, this one is Brooklyn serving, is going to pick up the first ace of the evening there for Russell to tie things back up here at 7 apiece. Would say the ball went to the concession stand to go get some nachos or anything, but it went the wrong direction. Went around the corner down that way. Sizemore back to serve here again for Russell. Back set here, pushed over. Going to go middle attack, goes over top the block and down there for Darnell. Picks up her second kill here in the set. Giving Russell the lead here as we see that again on the Ison's Card and Collectibles instant replay. As Russell quickly scores another point, and they are on top here by 2 at 9-7. So 9-7 here. Sizemore back serving once again. Going outside of Ruggles, that's going to be a little bit strong and sails out of bounds. And so momentum is heading in toward the Lady Devils' way as they lead here 10-7 here in set number 2 in this best 3 out of 5. That one's going to be deep and sails out of bounds. So the break that Boyd County needed to stop that momentum. Going around the cross-court attack this time, going outside, off the push, just gets it over top the block and down there for Boyd County. Jones picks up the point there for Boyd County, and it is now back down to a 1-point lead here by the Red Devils. Off the block and back down, so that's going to be in there for a kill there by Kaylee Wilson. Our first here of the evening, going to give Russell back up to the 2-point lead here at 11-9. Brooklyn Holly back to serve here for the Lady Devils. Dug out there by Russell going cross court this time, goes off the hands there of Jones. And so Russell still with a little bit of momentum here, leading by 3 here in about the midpoint of set number 2. As it's still going to be Brooklyn Holly back to serve here for Russell. Porter gets that to the outside. It's going to go off the block. Free ball here for the Lady Devils. Close to the net. That's going to be down there off of the touch. As Russell now extending out their lead, having their largest lead of the set here at 13-9. We're going to take a break, so we will you, and we'll be back here in about 50 seconds here on the Kool TV Total Media Sports Network.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO.
And back here in Cannonsburg, Kentucky, here at Boyd County High School, as Russell with a 4-point lead, their largest lead so far of the set here. As that's going to be tipped over there by Boyd County. Free ball opportunity here for Boyd, as that was going to go on the hands there of number 24. And I believe they said that was Queen, and so gives Boyd County the little step up they need to get them in double digits. Cuts the lead down here to 3 at 13-10. Yep, that is Queen, number 24. So we're getting a few players identified here. Do apologize. We grab our rosters off the Kentucky High School Athletic Association's page and Max Preps as they go outside here. Nice attack there by Jones. Near side attack gets it off the block and down, as that's going to be Sydney Sizemore there with the little tip. Gives Russell the point and the serve. 14-10 your score. Kennedy Darnell back to serve here for the Lady Devils. And it looks like we're going to get a point here as we have an out of alignment here, saying that the two front players shifted positions a little too early. In volleyball, that is one thing that you do have to watch. You have to be in your proper serving order before the serve is hit. Now, as soon as the serve is hit, all bets are off. You can go anywhere onto the court that you have. But the R1 Mark Brown saw the front row shift just a little bit early there, and so calls Russell for the penalty there and gives Boyd County the point. Chafin now back to serve here for Boyd County. That's going to go off the net, and they're going to say 4 hits here for the Red Devils. And so Boyd County start chipping away here, getting it down to a 2-point lead of 14-12. Momentum's now starting to head in back in their corner. Cross court here to Hall. She's going to have to free ball this one over. Outside attack that's going to go off the block and down, and that's a good one there by number 18, Voldran. With her first block here of the evening, gets it back out to a 3-point lead here for Russell at 15-12. And then off the ace there, Sydney Sizemore, the second ace of the evening here for the Red Devils. Gives them back up to a 4-point lead here at 16-12. And We're going to get an illegal block here against Boyd County. I'm going to say the back row player came up and made contact above the height of the net, which is a violation. And off of the passing area there, Boyd County, Russell with their largest lead here, or tying their largest lead here again, or excuse me, exceeding it at 18-12. Nice serve there as Chafin gets there off the block and down, and that's going to be in there for the kill. Sophia Clark, her third kill here of the evening. Gets it back down to a 5-point deficit there. Peyton Jones back to serve here. Cross courts that one. Middle attack, and that's going to sail out of bounds off the Hall attack. And so Boyd County picks up the point here. Gets it down to a 4-point lead here at 18-14. Back set here. And we're going to get a net violation here against Boyd County. It's going to be a 5-point lead now here with Russell with their largest lead here of set number 2. Baldwin back to serve here for the Lady Devils. Trying to reach that 20th point. Cross court, but not if Boyd County's got anything to say about that, as Sophia Clark picks up her 4th kill here of the evening. As we'll see that on the Ison's Card and Collectibles instant replay once again. Bailey Moore back to serve. Going outside and off the block and down. As Boyd County putting together a couple plays here, getting some things rolling once again. 19-16 your score. Moore still serving here for Boyd County. They're going to test Moore out in the back rows. The libero going to attack and block down there by number 7, J.C. Hall. Her 3rd block here of the evening. Gets Boyd County to that 20th point as they lead here 20-16, 4-point lead. Hall on the serve once again here. And that's going to sail out of bounds. Boyd County wanting the touch. Not going to get it here, and we are going to get a yellow card against Boyd County. I'm sure it's going to be on arguing the call here against the official. As sending Bailey Moore to talk back to the coach. So yellow card is just a warning. Not sure if they assessed that one on Queen or not. She kind of shrugged her shoulders over there. Of course, Queen trying to get things going. Of course, no point exchanged. And off of the attacking error, Boyd County does get the point there. As we said, yellow card, just a little bit of a warning by the official. Just kind of reminding them who's in charge. Not to argue every call because Boyd County was looking for the touch. And still just a little bit of the confusion there is going back to talk once again. And actually, no, they're not going to assess it onto the court. They're going to say it was a bench yellow card. So that yellow card was assessed to the bench. That attack there by Darnell. Robbins gets there, and it's going to put that one down for Boyd County. Puts together a couple points here as they've closed the gap down here to 3, and Russell's going to take a timeout here, and so each team is taking a timeout here in set number 2, 21-18 your score. The Russell Lady Devils leading here over the Lady Lions. And, of course, Charlie Baker coming over to the stand over here, talk to Mark Brown to get a clarification on the yellow card. Like I said, they can assess that on a player or they can assess it to the bench. And in that case, it may have been that he just didn't see something on the bench that he liked. Maybe arguing the call just a little bit too much or said something he didn't like. So pulled out the yellow card, just give him that little bit of a warning there. Be up to the coach now here, Jamie Clark, to keep the bench in check now. As now Charlie Baker talking to Coach Clark over there, trying to give him the clarification on what happened, what the yellow card was. Things were all straight and ready to go here. Everybody's got the idea, and here is the serve now. Going to go middle attack this time. That's going to go off the block there. Queen going outside here to Robbins. Now, outside attack, that's going to be popped up. Good recovery there by Boyd County. Wilson calling for it, but they go middle attack there. Pushes that one over once again. Going outside here, number 1 of Boyd County. Battle at the net, and that one's going to be won there by Russell. 22-18 your score. Russell here with the serve in set number 2. Brooklyn Sizemore back to serve here for the Red Devils, trying to see if she can get things closed out here in set 2. Going middle attack here by Queen. That's going to be dug out. And that one's going to be down there for the kill by Sydney Sizemore. 2 points away now here for Russell. As we said, expect thunder and lightning here today. Cross court attack, and that's going to be down there for the kill for Boyd County. Remember, you do have to win by 2. Russell leading by 4 here. As Josie Crank back to serve here for the Lady Lions. Going to go middle attack here, and that one's going to be down there for the kill by Kennedy Darnell. That's going to be her third, and it is going to be set point here for Russell, as we see that here on the Ison's Carton Collectibles instant replay. Boyd County going to hit that one a little bit strong and out of bounds, and that's going to finish things off here for set number 2. As Russell ties this match up at 1 set apiece here, winning this one 25-19, the same score that what it was just a moment ago. So we're going to go ahead and step out, take a break here. We owe you one. When we come back, we're going to have set number 3 between Boyd County and Russell here on the Kool TV Total Media Sports Network.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Cannonsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Border Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
And welcome back here to Boyd County High School as things are tied up here in set number 3 now. One set apiece. As Russell's going to have the serve here to start things out here in the third set in this best 3 out of 5. So there's not going to be a shutout here today. And, of course, that's one thing that Boyd County's been used to. They've either been on the receiving end of it 1 time or been on the giving end of it 3 times. So this is going to be their first match in which they're going to be going into a 4th set out here. Of course, Russell taking a look there. Actually, this will probably be their first match as well that they're going to go into a 4th set to try to decide things up. Of course, in a lot of the tournaments that these teams participate in, usually it's going to be best out of 3, best 2 out of 3. But Russell has not been into a 4th set so far this season. Neither has Boyd County. And so we'll see how we can try to get this one worked out, see if the conditioning and everything else is still in there. Of course, both these teams, they work hard both on and off the court. And this will be a good challenge for them here. Still about in the earlier part, getting closer toward about the mid-season era here for the 2025 year. So on the court there for Boyd County, it's going to be Chafin, Barnett, Jones, Moore. Let's see if we can identify the rest of them here. Crank is going to be in the back row, as well as Clark. Serving here for the Red Devils is going to be number 8, Kennedy Darnell. Gets this one to Moore. Gets one set up to the middle. That's going to be down there for the block there by J.C. Hall. That's going to be her 4th block here of the evening. And Russell has started out all 3 sets so far by picking up the early point and lead this one right now 1-0. And they're going to have a net violation there on Boyd County. Swung just a little bit too much through the attack there. Got that hand on the net, and so that's going to be a point there for Russell. As we have a conversation here at the official stand once again. And we're going to have a little bit of a meeting of the minds as we have Russell sending over their captain, Sizemore, over to see what's going on from the R1. And then, of course, not for sure what we got going on over there at the Boyd County bench, as it looks like Bailey Moore took off her shoe. I'm not sure if she replaced her knee pad or if she flipped it around or if that was an issue or something that was there, but there she is trying to get her shoe back on. As Charlie Baker trying to usher him back onto the court. As I said, she took off the knee pad, and I couldn't tell if she put on another one or if she flipped it around, but had like a little bit of an equipment malfunction there. Either way, we're back underway as that's going to be a middle attack, and that's going to be in there once again by number 7, J.C. Hall. That's going to be her unofficial 6th kill here of the evening. As it is 3-0 here early on in set number 3. Of course, tied ball game right now, each team winning a set. Pushed over top of the block here. Opportunity for the Red Devils going cross court. That's going to be dug out. Battle at the net here. Pushed over. Back set. Dug out there by Crank. Gets that on the outside attack there for Boyd County, and that's going to be in there for the kill. One more time there for Russell. As they have picked up 4 straight points, and they're starting to roll here in set number 2. Of course, both teams finished off with a 6-point lead in their own respective sets. Boyd County going outside attack this time, but just a little bit too weak on the attack. Gives Russell their 5th point, and that's going to be a timeout taken there by Boyd County to slow down this momentum here of the Red Devils. We're going to take it right with them, and we'll be back here on the Kool TV Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
As we're back playing here once again in Cannonsburg, as that's going to be blocked there at the net by Russell. Free ball opportunity here for the Red Devils. Gets that one up to Brooklyn Sizemore. Down on the kill once again there for J.C. Hall. And she has had a night, as that's her 7th kill here on the evening for her in the Red Devils. Back playing once again. This time Boyd County trying to see if they can get things rolling back here, get momentum as it's a 6-0 lead here by Russell. And that one's going to go over top on the blocking error. And so Boyd County breaks that 6-point run there by Russell. And this hopefully could be the momentum that they need to get things started off, as that's going to be an ace there by Chafin. That's going to be the 2nd ace of the evening there by Boyd County. First of the evening there by Chafin. That's going to be dumped over the side there, and that little dump works out for Russell as they pick up their 7th point here and lead this one by 5 at 7-2 here in set number 3. As we said, this is going to be the battle best 3 out of 5 to 25. You have to win by 2 for the first 4 sets. If for some reason we have to go to a 5th set, that one's going to be to 15, and you have to win by 2 points as well. Moore gets that pushed up to the front. Clark gets that one off the block. Middle attack here, and that's going to be just a bit too strong, and so Boyd County is going to pick up the point off of the Hall attacking error. And so Robin's going to be coming back in here for the Lady Lions. I believe that's Robbins. She's wearing number 1. That's going to go off the block and down for the 8th kill of the evening there by Hall. Stands it back up to a 5-point lead here at 8-3. Wardran back to serve here for the Red Devils. Gets that one just over top the net there. going off the block. Good diving stop there. This is going to be a free ball opportunity here for Russell. Gets it here on the near side, just pushes that one over. Dug out there by Chapin, and that's going to be in there for another kill there by Hall. That's going to be her 9th here of the evening. And gives Russell their 9th point here. 9-3 your score. And that one, they're going to give that to Boyd County, saying that they were over top the net. Wish I would have switched to the camera angle on there, but you cannot reach over the net. That's the call that was made, that the ball did not break the plane of the net, and so you cannot attack a ball clearly on the other side of the net. So Boyd County gets that point. Pushed over, let's see. Passing errors there by the Lady Lions gives Russell back the point and the ball, as they're the first one to 10 in here in the double digits, as they still lead here by 6 at 10-4. J.C. Hall, kind of a relief there for Boyd County, as she's not going to be in the front row here for at least a few serves. Queen on the attack, and that is going to go out of bounds for the kill. So Queen's going to pick up her 3rd here of the evening, as we see that on the Ison's Card and Collectibles instant replay, as that one hits the upper deck. And 10-5 now here your score, as Hall, J.C. Hall, goes to sit down the bench there for Russell. And it's going to be Casey Porter here serving for Boyd County. And that one's going to go off the block and down there for Darnell. And Russell's got the rail yard. And this train is rolling right now here for the Red Devils right now. But Boyd County looking to try to derail this here, as that one's going to go over top the net. Opportunity here for Boyd County, as that one's going to go in there and down for the kill by Queen. Her 4th here on the evening, as it is now 11-6. Going to be a near side attack here for Russell. Going into the outside for Boyd County. Gets it put into the middle. Back set here, going over, and that's going to be dug out there by Moore. That's going to try to go just over top the block. Good dig out there by Sydney Sizemore. Off the block there, Boyd County going back on the attack on the far side. And that one's going to sail along there by Jones. So Russell now, get the score correct here. It's 11-7 is actually your score. So the Libero's going to serve now here for the Red Devils. Brooklyn Holly, they can serve in one service order each set, as that's going to be a nice kill there for Ruggles, her 5th here on the evening. Cuts the lead down here to 3, so Boyd County trying to figure out how to stop this Russell rally right now. Of course, Russell was up by as much as 6, and they've got that cut down here in half, down here to 3. Back set there. Nice dig out there by Jones. Jones going to free ball this one over. Opportunity here for the Red Devils. Middle attack, and goes down for the kill is Darnell. As we see that on the Ison's Card and Collectibles instant replay. Threads the needle there. Ruggles trying to get that one over again on the cross attack. That one's going to go off the block there of Ruggles, and we're going to get a Boyd County point here off of the passing error. They're going to call prolonged contact. Cuts it back down to a 3-point lead here. Russell still leads here 12-9 here in set number 3. Laura Chafin, senior here for the Lady Lions, back to serve. Dugout. Hall back in the ball game there for Russell. Back set by Boyd County, going cross court. Dugout there by Brooklyn Sizemore. The other Sizemore taking it cross court. Opportunity here for Boyd County. Middle attack here goes off the fingers, off the block, and that's going to be down for another kill there by Hall, and that's going to be her 10th here of the match unofficially, and it is back up to a 4-point ball game here at 13-9. Sydney Sizemore now puts that one in the net on the service error. Gives the point to Boyd County. Cuts it back down to a 3-point lead here. Substitutions coming in here for the Lady Lions. And it's going to be Peyton Jones back to serve here. Cross court. Close at the net, and they dig that one out. Get that one free balled over. Russell wanting 4 contacts. But Hall's just going to go ahead and put that one away for him on her 11th here on the evening. Gets it back out to a 4-point lead. Russell fans was wanting the 4 contacts, but Hall just went ahead and put that one away for him on the kill. That one just a little too close to the net there. Joust at the net. That's going to be won there by Russell. Going to the outside, there's Boyd County. Get it here to Wilson. Wilson on the attack again. That goes off the tape. And that's going to be 4 contacts there by Russell. Sometimes that's one of the harder calls to make as an official unless the block is not there. And if the block's not there, it's an easy call to make when it goes off the tape. Bailey Moore back to serve here for Boyd County. Middle attack for the back row attack. That's going to be dug out there by Boyd County, but hit just a little bit hard there, and that's going to be out of bounds. Gives Russell the point here at 15-11. So Boyd County won set number 1, 25-19. Russell won set number 2, 25-19, and we are 15-12 here after the service error by Russell here in set number 3 in this best 3 out of 5. Casey Porter back to serve here for the Lady Lions. Dug up there by Holly. And that's going to be down there for the kill there by Kennedy Darnell. Extending the lead back out here to 4 at 16-12. Russell here on top. Brooklyn Sizemore serving there for Russell, and we're going to get an illegal attack by Boyd County. Once again, another one of those that you cannot come over and get in front of that white line. They call that the attack line, and hit that above the height of the net. And that's going to be in there for the kill once again there by Kennedy Darnell. Her 7th here of the evening. Gets it out to a 6-point Red Devil lead here, 18-12. That one sails just over top the net, not where Boyd County wants it at. And that's going to go off the block. Good recovery there by Boyd County. That one sails over top the block and down as Darnell working off the power and then working off the finesse. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Boyd County here as they are in their largest deficit here of the evening at 7 points at 19-12. We'll keep it right here with you here at Boyd County High School. As we said on our other channel, looks like it's a tied ball game in boys soccer with about 17:45 left to go If my eyes see correctly down the scoreboard, no score just yet. They're on the football field between Ironton and the Boyd County Lions soccer teams. And so if you want to check out that action, just check out our Kool TV page, the Kool TV Total Media Sports page there on YouTube. And like I said, if you see something that you like out there, give us a little bit of a thumbs up, show us a little bit of love there. And then if you never want to miss a great moment here of sports within the 16th region, Boyd County sports, Ironton sports, Portsmouth sports, or Raceland sports, make sure you hit that bell, and that way so you never miss a great moment here of high school sports here on the Kool TV Total Media Sports Network. Coming out of the timeout, 19-12, your score. Boyd County trying to find the solution here. Queen is going to get that one down. Gets it back down to a 6-point lead. As everybody seemed to kind of be back on their heels there for Russell on that one. Kind of watched the ball hit the ground as Artis was there to make the initial contact, but nobody there to pick it up. And that's going to be off the block and down there for Boyd County. Exactly what they need, cutting it down to a 5-point lead here. At 19-14. And that's going to be in there once again there for Russell, as they're going to be the first to 20 here. Off of the finish by Sydney Sizemore on her 4th kill here of the evening. Brooklyn Holly back to serve once again here. And that's going to be an attacking error against the Lady Lions. And so once again, Russell now with the momentum, leading here by 7, 21-14. Going outside set, going over top the block. Free ball opportunity here for Boyd County as Moore gets that set up, going to middle attack to Queen, and Queen once again putting that off of the Russell defender. Picking up her 5th kill here of the evening and sending that one to the second deck. Queen back serving here for the Lady Lions, 21-15. As that's going to sail out of bounds by Russell. So Boyd County starting to get a little bit of momentum back their way, cutting it down to a 5-point lead here. With Queen back to serve. Free ball here for Boyd County. If they get the offense set up, going to Ruggles, and Ruggles goes cross court and down for the kill. So Boyd County definitely starting to feel it here as Natalie Ruggles with her 6th kill here of the evening. And Russell's going to take a timeout here to slow things down. We'll keep it right here with you. As what was a 7-point deficit, Russell felt like they had the cruise control on, was going to be cruising on for their second set victory. Now pumping the brakes just a little bit, trying to slow down this Boyd County momentum as they have increased their points there up to 17, getting this down to a 4-point deficit here. Off of some great blocks, great kills there by that Boyd County offense. Queen still back to serve here for Boyd County. So taking a look, I believe each team has taken, I think Boyd County may have taken 2 timeouts. Russell taking their first here. Middle attack there, off the block. Pushed over. Opportunity here for Boyd County, and that's going to go off the block and down there for the Red Devils. That was Sizemore picking up her 5th here of the evening. Darnell back to serve for Russell. Going outside, going off the block and down there for Boyd County. Still trying to keep this ball game in a tight area. 22-18 your score. Clara Chafin back to serve here for the Lady Lions. And a little communication there between the official and the coach, just trying to get everything all set up. Cross court on the attack, and that's going to sail out of bounds by Hall. So Boyd County cutting it down to a 3-point deficit, 22-19. Russell going outside by Hall. Boyd County going to reverse directions, put it in toward the back middle, going outside once again as Russell, and that's going to be down there for Sydney Sizemore, her 6th on the evening. And Russell here 2 points away from a set victory here, their second set victory here in set number 3. But Boyd County challenging them every step of the way here. Back set. Dug out there by the libero, by Holly. And that's going to go off the block there. And so that's going to be a point Russell. And so it is now set point here for Russell here in set number 3. Boyd County trying to keep alive here. Close and puts that just right over top the net there. It's Sophia Clark with her 5th here on the evening. So Boyd County's got to be perfect from here on out. Cannot give up another point here until they get it within 2. And that service error is going to close things out here in set number 3. As Russell now takes a 2-1 lead here in this match as they defeat Boyd County 25-20 here in set number 3. And so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have a deciding set here in set number 4. We'll see if Boyd County can shut the door on Russell here to take it to a 5th set, or if Russell can close things out here in set number 4. So make sure you tune back in, and we'll be back here on the Kool TV Total Media Sports Network.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations, or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Borders Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Borders Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
And back here in Cannonsburg at Boyd County High School for set number 4. This will be a deciding set here. Boyd County needs to win this one to take this on to the 5th and deciding set, the final set. But Russell looking to try to close things out here in set 4. But Boyd County will have the opening serve here in this set. Of course, looks like it's going to be Laura Chafin's back to serve there for the Lady Lions. On the court there as well is going to be Sophia Clark, Josie Crank. That's going to be Adria Queen, Peyton Jones, and I think I said Sophia Clark on there as well as Hallie Barnett. So Chafin ready to set this one to start off set number 4 here. A must win here for the Lady Lions. As that one battle won there by Boyd County. And this is going to be the first time this match as Barnett picks up her 3rd kill here of the evening. And it's going to be the first time Boyd County strikes first blood here, and they lead 1-0 here in set number 4. Goes over top the block on that one. Free ball here, but could not get that one over. So Russell quickly ties this one back up here at 1 point apiece. Substitution coming in is J.C. Hall checking into the ball game here for Russell. As it's going to be Kennedy Darnell back to serve. Going to the outside attack, dug out there by Holly. That's going to be a nice kill there by J.C. Hall, her 12th here on the evening, giving Russell their first lead here in the 4th set at 2-1. Dug out there by Moore. Going to the outside. That's going to be off the block and down. So Hall with her 5th block unofficially gets Russell up to a 3-1 lead here in the 4th set. Back set here for Boyd County, going to the back shelf. Nice diving stop there. There goes Darnell on the stop. Boyd County back set, goes off the block and down for the kill there for Sophia Clark. That's her 6th here of the evening. As we see that again here on the Ison's Card and Collectibles instant replay. It's a nice strong move there, as you can see, puts it there as we are joined by James Collier here right next to us. Just got finished up with the soccer game. I believe Boyd wins 1-0, so make sure you check out the replay on that on the Kool TV YouTube page there. Yeah, I got another headset. We'll roll it in. It's right over there. We'll get James Collier on the call here as well, as Russell now leads here 4-2. Fingertip there, and that's going to drop in there for Boyd County's Robbins. 4-3. You need a splitter there. It's in that top set so you can hear what's going on as well. More on the serve here for Boyd County. Gets that middle attack and down for the kill there, as Hall has been deadly here today. Her 13th here on the evening. See that again here on the Ison's Card and Collectibles instant replay, as anytime that ball is in her vicinity, she has got like a laser down that line. Bordran on the serve, and that one's going to be a little bit too hard there for Boyd County. So you probably need another one on there. Get a Y splitter. As we're going to get James Collier here on the call here with us as well. He's going to be doing it all here from that top case right there, the headset case. As it is 6-3. Russell on top here as Boyd County is going to put that one down. (6-4) your lead here as we are now joined here by James Collier.
What's up, buddy?
Not much. Watching some good volleyball
This
going on
is the
here.
first volleyball game I've got a chance to be a part of this season.
I know. I've been here twice this season, and both times you've been down there on the press box calling soccer. As we see outside attack here once again by Hall. And like I said, unofficially, I've got her with 14 kills here on the evening.
She's having a phenomenal season. I've not had any volleyball games, but I've been keeping up with the stats, and she has been so well. When she can work the pin like that, and she hits through the double block, that is so key of the way they attack.
Queen there getting that one off the block there as well.
Really good job there playing it back in the middle, got it away from that double and played down the middle. That's something you want to do when you have that double coming. Play it back to where you can get that one-on-one, and Queen works so well there in the middle.
Yeah, of course, Queen wearing a little bit of a different jersey tonight, 18 on the roster, but looking at 24 there here tonight. As they're going to go outside attack on this one. Back set going to Ruggles, and that one's going to go off the hands there of Artis. Pushed over there, nice diving stop, keeping it alive, but Boyd County can't capitalize and finish on that one.
Great job there of going early with Russell. Again, when you've got Kennedy Darnell working up on the net, you always have to put so much pressure on what she has, and you put her and J.C. Hall up front, it really makes it a tough night at the net anytime you're going. But Boyd County there, just a little unfortunate being out of position.
Okay, Brooklyn Sizemore now here on the serve, dug out there by Moore. Back set going to Ruggles, goes off top the block. Going near side here for Sizemore, and we're going to get a net violation, it looks like.
Yeah, they'll get that one on Queen.
Yep, going to get that one there against Boyd County.
Interesting note about Bailey Moore, the libero for Boyd County. It's the twin sister of Aubrey Moore, who plays soccer.
Okay. We've got a lot of sisters and a lot of people with the same name on there, and sometimes you kind of think, you hate to say right off the bat that's a brother or sister or something like that. But because you got two Sizemores over here for Russell, and I'm going to assume probably sisters on there, but we all know what happens when you assume.
Good joust there at the net as Darnell puts that one across for the point.
Takes it up to 10-5 lead here. Largest lead of the set here for the Red Devils. As Boyd County won set 1, 25-19, and then it was 25-19 for Russell in set 2 and 25-20 there in set 3. And off of the passing error, Boyd County trying to find that little bit of something that's going on there to try to break down that Russell defense. I mean, they've had some bright lights out there tonight. Really, if you take a look at my unofficial stat sheets out there, really nobody's been truly dominant, but they've been playing well.
And that's the big thing, too, is like when you look, I'm looking at your stats here. Natalie Ruggles, 6 kills. Sophia Clark with 6 kills. Peyton Jones has 5. Adria Queen has 5. And it's one of those things, you've got a lot of people that's touching the ball, going to where it needs to go. It's just like you said, you've not had anybody that's jumped off. Like when you look across at the Russell and you see J.C. Hall, double-digit kills. Kennedy Darnell's pushing that spot. Sydney Sizemore at 6. And then the big thing up front that I look at your stats and jumps out right there, blocks. J.C. Hall with 5 blocks. And again, when you can run a block, that especially when you got two great teams like you have here with Russell and Boyd County, that can be the deciding factor that can tilt the game one way or the other.
Exactly. And we've been seeing this all night here that, there's been touches off those blocks all night long. There's seems like there's always a hand on it, and they're sending up 2 blockers at a time period. So, and of course the blocks I have here, she's probably got a few more tacked onto that. That's probably like half blocks or assisted blocks.
And the thing is because of the people that attack on both of these sides, on both of these teams, you have to send the double block because of what they can bring to the table. And you don't, and a lot of times you go one-on-one, it's a loss.
Exactly. You're either giving up the line, you're giving up the crosser, one of those things that you have to take a look at. That one's going to be that shot there by Ruggles just a little bit stiff on there. Gets it up to a 7-point lead here at 12-5. And, I mean, it's one of those things that, of course, I've talked about this in the pregame a little bit. Kind of a big difference is Boyd County's only played, this is their 5th game here of the season. you look at Russell, they're pushing 16 games.
Yes, they played a lot of games early on. So, and there's a lot of that during that period that you can get things kind of the wrinkles worked out. That right now, Boyd County's still trying to get those wrinkles worked out as it goes forward.
As that passing error just a little bit too close to the net there gives Russell their 14th point, the largest lead here at 9 here in set number 4. And yeah, it's one of these things that Boyd County's got the pieces. It's just that they kind of have to iron things out because, in your 5th game, you're still trying to get in those rhythm. Of course,
sure.
You've got a couple players out here for the Lady Lions as well. And so that may be a couple pieces that they were probably, potentially using to start out, but is not being able to use there. As Boyd County picks up the point there off the block. Of course, question call there by Russell Sidney Sizemore.
That's a big point that Boyd County needed. Just some way to try to side out, break the momentum that Russell had, because Russell was starting to get things rolling downhill.
So Queen on the serve there for Boyd County. Battle at the net here. And once again, putting something together, and that's exactly what Boyd County needs right here to kind of chip away that lead, because in set number 3, they were kind of getting that deficit, and they really put the pressure on to Russell there in the latter part of that set.
And a very smart move there by Peyton Jones. She knew go on 2 because she had position at the net, so she didn't have to wait, and she got a great opportunity to get that one through.
The cross set there goes over top the block, dug out there by Sizemore. And that's going to be a nice kill there by Sydney Sizemore. Got her with the 7th here on the evening.
Really good job going pin to pin there for Russell, coming to the outside and then getting that big swing and going cross court and finding the soft spot there in the backside of the defense.
Brooklyn Holly on the serve here for the Red Devils. Going outside here for Boyd County. And it's going to end up picking up the kill there for them. That's going to be her 6th here of the evening. And it's one of those situations that when you get a shot like that, cross-court shot, you got to have those soft arms in there to be able to return that up, because if you lock them in there, you're just returning. It's ricocheting back and forth.
It's ricochet. You've got to play it in, and like you said, play it nice and soft. It's one of those hard ones to do. Really good serve on the back row.
Gets over top the block on that one. Chafin sets this one up going to the near side. And once again, Peyton Jones, her 7th here of the evening. And Boyd County starting to piece together a couple shots here and there. And that's the thing. They've had some rallies that's, pushed 5-6 points through there. And that's going to be, you need to kind of extend that a little bit. Go 7 points, 8 points. Really put the pressure on the Red Devils here.
Well, the thing that they're doing a really good job of right now, their service is keeping Russell out of system. And that's something immediately Casey Mullen says, hey, we got to slow this down. That's a veteran coach knowing that, hey, something's not working right now. And it's one of the things you saw Boyd County struggle when they're out of system. Now you get Russell out of system, and the more you can keep a team out of system, it allows you to dictate the way that you want to attack with the ball.
Exactly. And what was a 9-point lead there, as we said, Coach Mullins calling the timeout to slow things down to a 5-point lead there by Russell. And that's the whole thing with the serve. Sometimes you see it here in the 16th region a little bit, but you definitely see it at the collegiate level. Is a lot of times you see the head coach there with the clipboard.
Oh, yeah.
And they're giving that signal on there on what position they want to hit in. And sometimes they will target somebody repeatedly, but then once the other team makes that adjustment,
then they have to make their adjustment.
Yeah, then they have to realize we can't just keep on hitting this one person repeatedly on there. We've got to start spreading.
And a lot of times, especially at the collegiate level, what happens is when that one person continues to get picked on, they get pulled off the court really quick.
Exactly.
You get a sub back in there, and that person goes and takes a seat.
15-10 your score here.
Again, out of system, having to scramble.
And not the shot they probably want to take. Joust at the net there, and that one's going to be won there by Darnell. And that's one of those tough shots that you have to take, and it turns into a 50-50 ball right there at the net. I mean, you got that joust that's coming up there, and really it's whoever wants it more who's going to put that little bit of extra something to it.
Just to go get it.
Let's
see if Kennedy still waves at the ball when she puts it in play. Yep. She does. Nice soft touch down the line.
Gives it that little see you later, as there's another see you later there by J.C. Hall.
And a good ball that's brought right back into the middle where you've got J.C. playing in the middle, and she can just line it up. She found the corner back here in the back line And that's something, again, in system that time. Ball was received, good set, good put at the net.
I mean, there's not many people I would think, in the Bluegrass that's going to be able to stop J.C. Hall. When she's on fire like that, she's like a juggernaut there. This time, once again, trying to get him out of system, but they're going to put it here on the outside. Sizemore's going to take that one, puts it in toward the middle there for Boyd County, and that's going to be down there for Barnett. That's going to be her fourth here of the evening.
Another big swing from the middle, getting at that deflection out of bounds, but I like the fact she was a little off balance there, but again, still drives through it. She got up nice and high, nice and straight to the ball, and delivered a good kill.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those things with volleyball around this area. You've got to have that vertical that's there to be able to drive the ball down. As we see Hall there, off the little bit of off speed there. That's kind of like the little knuckleball that you have that she puts there.
And you're so used to seeing that big swing, and then she comes up and gives that push, and you kind of freeze because you're expecting that ball to come to you, and then all of a sudden it just dies.
Yeah, back rows, they start getting in on their heels a little bit, start planting down, ready for that shot, and then it's like, oh no, I've got to move up about 5 feet. Back set there by Boyd County, and that's going to be in there. Nice back set there by Boyd County on the little bit of misdirection. Puts that ball just right in play, hits it off of a quick set. Usually a lot of really good teams will hit that quick set, short set.
Up it, you're trying to get it just at the face of the net so you can hit it straight down. That's what you're going for.
Going outside here. That's going to be off the block and down.
Adria Queen right at the net to turn that one away. And again, Boyd County picking up a little momentum. Now you've got to do something with it off the serve here.
Or trying to see if they can go things on. Only 2 aces for each team for each bit of the evening. It kind of shows you what kind of defense that they've been able to play.
Really good job going cross court on the line there.
As by Brooklyn Sizemore. And this is where sometimes those nerves start setting in when I always kind of say 20 is kind of one of those magic points that most teams gets in their head. It's like, I want to be the first to 20.
I always said in the game of volleyball, it's a race to 15 and 20.
As Queen puts that one in, deflected there by Russell. Free ball, just gets that one over the net. Queen digs it back out, going outside there, and puts it down the line for the kill.
And it's how you play off of a free ball. You jump into system, you get it to your setter, you get a nice ball on the outside, and an absolute dart off that line.
Gets it back down to a 5-point lead here at 19-14, and that's kind of where things have been settled at here for a little bit. Like I said, it was up to a 9-point lead. Russell, not quite hitting the cruise control just yet, but Boyd County's like, hey, I'm going to radar check you here, and you're going to have to slow down just a little bit here for us. Going outside, setting another nice kill there.
And you go right side when you get Hall on that pin, and she can go straight down the line. I mean, that's a great look. Don't have to worry about coming down. You've got the opening there. Go straight down the line to that soft spot.
This is the point in time where Boyd County takes a little relief is when Hall sips back to serve on there. They know that they're going to have at least a few series before she comes back up to the front. Ruggles here going cross court. This puts just a little bit too much on that.
Great idea, seeing that spot there where the back corner was open, but just could not drop it in. That's a tough spot when you're trying to go from the pin to that back corner and try to keep it down, especially falling backward.
And that's where you try to get those teams out of system. We try to get them crashing up near the net, maybe kind of putting a couple soft shots in there, trying to draw that defensive back in toward the net and leaving that back, I always call it the back cupboard on there, wide open, but couldn't capitalize on that.
Queen down the pipe.
Take a look at that one again here on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles replay there. Has just nice set, nice strong, and ricochets it off to Lady Devils for the 15-point there for Boyd County. Going back row attack this time, and that's going to be effective there by Sydney Sizemore.
You saw Molly Robbins. She kind of got stuck in between there. She wasn't for sure whether to try to set it off the top or try to bump it. And that's one of the things when you get a player that really fires one down, you get kind of hung between, you're done.
And those back row attacks are a little bit tricky for some of these teams because, you're used to the ball being moved up, but then sometimes when it goes back, it's like, all right, do we go back on our heels or we try to play a softer shot? Queen trying to get that one, just puts just a little bit too much on that. And this gets to be the danger point right here, 23-15. Russell threatening here, but Boyd County been challenging them every step of the way. Nice soft shot there. Going cross court over here to Sizemore. That's going to be blocked down there by Queen.
And that's where Russell has to understand. You've got the double block right there of Queen and Ruggles. You've got to try to go pin, soft touch across that, or push it to the back row and try to get something. Try to hit into the double block there, and it usually puts you in a bad position.
And that's the one thing that you don't want to have happen at this point in the game.
Unforced error.
I always talk to Coach Beverly Barker from West Carter, a former coach from there. She always says that's a 2-point turnaround.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You didn't get the point, and you gave one up.
Yep.
So match point here for Russell. And gets a little help from the tape is going to be Peyton Jones.
I love rolling it down the tape like that. You see sometimes those type of shots could really spark. But right now it's one of those deals that Boyd County has to do everything perfect to set him up with match point, just trying to force this thing into extra points and getting into the fifth and deciding set.
Exactly. As we said before, you got to win by 2. That's the big thing in volleyball is you got to keep it within 2. But as you mentioned, has to be perfect from here on out. Kind of gets that little dump over on the side. Gets the dump return. Battle at the net. This time going to push it in a little bit deeper. And gets that one is going to be Sophia Clark with her 7th here of the evening. And Boyd County still keeping alive here. 6-point deficit, but not unheard of.
No, I've seen crazier things in this game.
Momentum is the major 7th player on any one of these teams. And sometimes when you have like little shots like that, those get in your head, it's like, all right, we got to finish this off. We got to finish it off. And that right
there is what you get. You've got a team out of system. You've got a team that got back in system, and it all started with a good serve there from Laura Chafin.
As we see that again here on the Isis Card and Collectibles instant replay. Puts that one just right back in the cross court there. Exactly the shot that you need. Gets it now to a 4-point deficit. Still chipping away here. Going middle attack, seeing if they can try to close it off. This is a dangerous shot. Avoids everything in the ceiling. But that happens.
That happens, and that's one of those things. When you play it up in the ceiling like that, that's a live ball. Darnell got a forceful play. It was dug, but it goes up. And unfortunately for Boyd County, they're coming up a little short here this evening.
Yeah, like I said, that has got to be one of the hardest shots that anybody has to try to judge because especially with this ceiling, if you look at here in Boyd County, there's beams, there's crossbars, you got the basketball goals, you got the LED lights, you got everything that's up there.
Everything is just up there.
And you just have to kind of wait and see. It's like, is it going to hit something? Do I need to redirect? And that didn't happen. So Russell's going to pick this one up with a victory of 3-1. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll finish things off here from Boyd County. Russell wins here 3-1.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Fall fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Luce, Shimano, Daiwa, and Abu Garcia. No matter the species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every size and style, with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at WorkReadyKentucky.com.
Nicotine can alter brain development in teens, affecting memory, learning, and impulse control.
Vape aerosol contains 7,000 harmful chemicals like lead and formaldehyde.
Make the right choice to not vape by avoiding, refusing, or leaving situations where you are pressured to use tobacco or vape products. Together, we can end the trend.
If you need help quitting vaping or smoking, you can call Quit Now Kentucky at 1-800-784-8669 or visit quitnowkentucky.org.
At Members Choice Credit Union, we believe that strong communities begin with strong partnerships, and that starts with trust. Since 1932, we've proudly served the families and businesses of this region because your goals matter, your family matters, and your future should be built on a foundation you can count on and trust. Members Choice Credit Union, your money, your future, your choice.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Cannonsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest archery gear? Check out Border Sporting Goods for your best selection of Hoyt and Matthews bows, as well as 10-point crossbows with a full selection of accessories for all your hunting needs. Borders also offers a full selection of shotguns and rifles with plenty of ammunition and reload supplies, along with a full selection of benchmark and case knives. Borders is your headquarters for the largest selection of Liberty gun safes in the area, no matter how big or small you need to keep your firearms safe. Before your next hunting excursion, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
And back here at Cannonsburg once again as Russell defeats Boyd County 3-1. Taking a look in here at some individual scoring or individual sets here. Of course, Boyd County won the first set 25-19, and then Russell flipped the script on them once again. Had won second number 2 25-19. Pretty similar results, 25-20 in set number 3, and then exact same set again, 25-20. So pretty evenly matched teams here. Like I said, Boyd County kind of had that. They were down a little bit in that first set, came back up, ended up picking up the victory there. But then Russell made some adjustments and had a few different position plays that they put out there, and of course going off the back of J.C. Hall. That's the big thing that we can always say here. If you look at the stat sheets unofficially, 16 kills here on the evening.
Yeah, and you look at what they've got across the front line when Hall, Darnell, and Sizemore are all three in system, and you can pick your poison of which direction you're going to go with. When you work the pins, you work down the middle. I mean, anything is as a given, it's going down. The same thing goes with Boyd County. When they get their big players, Peyton Jones, Adria Queen up front, that can really get Sophia Clark in there in the mix with it as well. Good things happen, and that's what happened in that first set. And then Russell just made enough separation to where every time Boyd made a surge in those last sets, just couldn't put it away. But a really good showing here for Boyd County. I think you hit it right on the head. Only the fifth game.
Right.
So a lot of volleyball still to go for them, where Russell is probably in their 16th game of the season or so.
Because they were 11-5 on the season. Yeah. And I mentioned in the pregame, 4 of those losses came from 2 teams.
Yes.
You know, you're looking at it. I believe it was Scott County and
Ashland.
They lost to Ashland, and I think it was Henry Clay as well.
Yeah.
So they've only lost to 3 teams, but 5 total losses. But that is a huge difference that you look at, because you're looking at a team that, you know, they haven't played near as much. You know, they're still kind of come together. There's a couple injuries that I've seen out there. You know, a couple girls in a knee brace or in street clothes there today. And then, of course, Russell comes in, and they're a little bit more seasoned there. But the whole thing is, this is still pretty early in volleyball season.
Well, early in the volleyball season. We go to mid-October before we play for meaningful volleyball. So, again, the district is still out there and still looming around, but it's all about getting that regional round, and anything's possible when you get to that point.
Exactly, because, I mean, there's a lot of names that you can drop in there on who's in the running right now, because it could be just about anybody. You can throw Raceland in there. Ashland definitely a contender for there. Boyd County, Russell, Round County is usually kind of perpetually in there. Any of these, that's the one great thing about volleyball is that sometimes it goes in spurts from here to there. But it's a challenge for anybody to try.
And another game tonight to speak of. Greenup County got Raceland in 4 sets, 3-1. Raceland won set 1, and then Greenup, much like what we saw here tonight, got the next 3. So a good win for the Musketeers there after they tried to find a way to settle in. But I mean, as it looks right now, you could almost put out it's going to be Raceland and Greenup in that 2-3 matchup again, and again you're going to send a team home in the first round of the district that could go compete for a regional round.
And that is, I have to say that is the toughest
absolutely
district to get out of.
It's one of the 63rd to 63rd every year.
Absolutely, because I mean, here it's always Ashland and Boyd County.
Yeah.
Because Fairview's, sometimes they put in a battle. Fairview did have some pretty good teams there for a while. Not as strong in the last few years here. So it's, usually you're looking at Ashland, Boyd. When you get into the 62nd, you're always looking typically kind of east-west. Sometimes Morgan used to have a really good teams in there. And then if you go to the 61st, usually you're looking at Fleming and Round.
Yeah.
But that was another thing that Menifee County had a run there for a little bit, and Bath County, they had, it seems like all these teams. That's kind of the great thing about this sport, and I always mention that this is one of the fastest growing sports, inside of, the bluegrass and across the nation is girls volleyball. And I mean, you can see why, because there's nobody dominant in this area.
Yeah, it's you get your players that can play really well, but it's nobody that's just going to jump off the table at you. But I mean, there's about 5 teams that I would say that on a given night, if they get things rolling the way they want it to go, ain't nobody stopping them.
Exactly.
And I think that's what's going to make, when we get into postseason play, it's what's going to make this tournament a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it depends on who gets hot and at what time. 100%. Because I mean, you look tonight, you see J.C. Hall with 16 kills, 5 blocks. That's all unofficial on there. Kennedy Darnell with 8 kills, Sydney Sizemore with 8 kills. And it's one of those things that, if for some reason they go a little bit cold for a night, it's anybody's ball game. Because, I mean, you look at Boyd County, pretty evenly distributed there. Ruggles with 6, Clark with 7, Jones with 8, Barnett with 4, Queen with 4, Robbins with 3. I mean, that is pretty, unselfish ball that was there.
Spreading it around very nicely.
And if we took a look at a lot of these shots, if they put maybe 2% less power on it,
it'd points.
It'd be a different point.
Whole different world.
Well, that's going to finish us up here from
nice
Boyd
job
County.
By you tonight, my man.
Thank you very much, and thank you for joining in.
Yeah,
there.
Had some soccer win tonight. 1-0 Boyd County wins over Ironton, so I got to come up here and do some volleyball. I'm like, I haven't done volleyball all year yet. It's one of my favorite sports across the way, and I was actually supposed to have had a Marshall game tonight on ESPN. I had to call that one off to do some other stuff around here, but looking forward to getting out and doing some volleyball very soon and stuff, but greatly appreciate you jumping in and pinch hitting for me tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, we always mention out there, once again, you see something that you like, hit that like button, hit that bell to always subscribe, because, we try to give you the absolute best, the best angles and everything else out here on Kool TV, Total Media, Sports, we try to, we love the partnerships with our schools.
Oh, absolutely.
Too. I mean,
we want to put you in the court, on the field. That's what we try to do. We haven't figured out a way to put a camera on a kid yet. They won't let us do that, but we try to get as close as we can.
I was talking to Mark Brown, the up official here tonight. He's like, "You give me a camera down the line of the net here tonight?" And I said, "No, I'm putting it on you here tonight." Maybe we can put a GoPro on somebody sometime.
Yeah, that'll work.
And forget EA Sports. It's Kool TV.
It's Kool TV. There you go.
So that's going to wrap us up here from Boyd County here tonight. Your final score, once again, Russell, Boyd County 1. So hat tip to my crew here today. Got Sarah Irwin here on the camera. Of course, James Collier coming in here as well. And great support staff and everything that we have here. Love Boyd County. Love coming here every single time here as well. So 3-1 your final score. And so that's going to wrap us up. And so thank you very much for tuning in. Like I said, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we will see you next time here on the Kool TV Total Media Sports Network.
Thank you for watching another Boyd County volleyball broadcast on Kool TV. This broadcast of Boyd County Volleyball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Total Media Sports Network and Kool TV.